Hello, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time, I know it's a little late, but better late than never, we're going to be talking about another Transformers crossover figure. Now, with these crossover things, they do some pretty good work. You know, we got the Ectotron, which, yes, is a repaint slash remold, but I think people should really get over it because it's an Ecto 1 that's been transformed into a robot for Transformers. I thought, you know, that's pretty cool. And then we also have Gigawatt, or Gigawatt, whatever you want to call him, for Back to the Future. We also have the Maverick figure, which is kind of weird, but, you know, for the most part, it's pretty good. And if you're into that stuff, well, this is probably something that's really exciting for you. And here's another edition. This is the Transformers crossover Marvel Comics X-Men Ultimate X-Spanse. Now, I'm going to start off by saying I do not like the name. I think that is just a weird name. I get the pun of it, but it's just not that good. And that's just my honest opinion. I'm sure someone's going to say, well, it's this or that, or maybe it's something in the comics. I don't know. I don't care. It's kind of weird. But it transforms into the classic jet. I think some people said it was an SR-71 or something. I am not into X-Men. So, you know, I watch the movies, but as far as the comics are concerned, I'm not really into it. So, I'm pretty sure people are going to correct me on this. But either way, it's a jet. I recognize that it's the jet that's seen and featured in a lot of the comics and some of the movies, or something similar to that. Anyways, the packaging I want to talk about is this nice, you know, colorful X-Men. I love the classic Marvel Comics logo right there. And I think the design is nice. I also really like the artwork of the robot itself. Pretty cool. And we'll take a look at the back of the packaging because there's an image for it. And the set also comes with Wolverine and Sabretooth. So that's pretty neat. Just a little tiny minifigure to go along with this. But you can see the jet mode. You can see the robot mode. Now, we're going to go right into the jet mode. And what I find fascinating is I assumed when they announced this that it was going to be a remold of the Snapdragon figure, but actually, strangely enough, despite the robot mode not looking like it, this is actually a remold of Jetfire, which kind of does make sense, but considering his proportions, I thought, how are they going to get this into this and make it look cool? Like, you know, this guy has a very old man crouched design to him. How are they going to completely reassemble this to make this? And what they did was they used portions of that toy, but they did a lot of workarounds for this. And I think it kind of paid off because some of the design elements seem to incorporate better in the jet mode than it did the original Jetfire, because you don't have the head poking out from the bottom, so that's a plus. And I think the design of the jet mode is pretty good. You do see the original design details from the Jetfire, but I think it's blended in okay, and I like the colors of it too. The blue, the yellow, and the black, just very flashy, very comic book-like. I also like the additions with the Wolverine and Sabretooth. I think that's pretty cool, but overall, the jet mode looks very nice. And then we'll take a look at the robot mode. So this probably isn't the most pleasing image, but it's the only one that I had with the white background. You can see more images in the description below, but this is just me talking about the toy. And you can definitely see some features of the original Jetfire. Most of what's hanging off the backpack comes from that Jetfire. You can see these wing things that look very similar to Jetfire, but I think they might be different. You can see these things that hang off the collar or the shoulders. I think it's these things. They're on here too. And then I've noticed that this bottom section right here, if I lift this up, is also seen on this figure. But again, there's a lot of reconstruction here where you almost could not tell it's Jetfire aside from those parts. I also like these 3 blade things that look like they're made from energy. I like the Cyclops visor that comes down. And again, I like the color scheme. I like the chest. I like how, you know, you can definitely tell it's a robot in disguise, but you can, you know, definitely see that X-Men theme to it. I think the leg design is very nice. They had to completely redesign that for the most part, and I think they did a wonderful job on that. And the arms, yes, they do look weird because they got that hinge. I know that you could definitely flesh that out a little bit more. It's just how it's mistransformed in the image. But what a surprise. And I need to bring this up. It does also remind me of the original Marvel and Star Wars crossover figures. Now, when I said that earlier, someone got mad at me thinking that was a problem, that was a bad thing. But with Transformers and crossovers, something like this, I feel like this is a lot better than what we got from those original toys. And I didn't even hate those original toys. I thought they were kind of neat, kind of charming to them. You know, they're not something I put in the main line, but just to have, like, oh, here's your favorite Star Wars character, but it also transforms into something. I thought it was kind of a nice addition. But having these crossover Transformers figures where they're, you know, their own characters, I feel like they could do a lot more with them and really put them in the Transformers universe. So I really like this figure, actually. I'm not a huge X-Men fan, but this one has my interest more than Maverick. It doesn't have my interest as much as Gigawatt, because I actually watched Back to the Future. I actually know that movie. But I think out of everything, it's really interesting. Not just the fact that it's an X-Men crossover, but just how much they were able to change up from the Studio Series Jetfire. If you want, you could pretty much say that this is Jetfire as a younger body, and then this is just his older version. You could go ahead and do that. So with that out of the way, that is pretty much it. I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads. And I will see you guys next time.